Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this is a NEBO Emergency Light and Power Kit. Now normally I don't usually mess around much with NEBO. I have in the past. I did a video on one of their very bright lights, but I thought I would explore some of the more affordable options than the usual stuff that I do. But don't worry, I've got other things sitting in on the table that I'll get to. But I have done NEBO videos in the past, a couple of them. One of them had to do with a very large flashlight. I think it was 12,000 lumens. I wasn't that impressed. I think at the time it was the most expensive NEBO flashlight. And the reason is the beam spread. Most of the light seemed to go up in the air, so it didn't really have kind of the working distance that I thought it should for its size. Might be a good, drywall light or something. But I've been playing around with some of these smaller ones, and they do have a zoom. You can make some adjustments. Plus, it's kind of cool. You can charge your phone with them. For the price, I think they're good. The utility lights that NEBO's got, like I think this is what do they call this? The Big Larry 2. Interesting. I don't think it's going to displace my Klein at all, but there's that. Stuff like that. But anyway, the reason I'm interested in this is because it was on a major sale. They normally sell for about $179 for this kit, which I think is outrageous, which is basically full price for everything in it. But they were blowing them out for $59 and change at a local store. Now what's in here? Well, we've got this 1,000 lumen lantern that pops up. There is a 500 lumen lantern as well that looks almost identical, and this also is a charging bank or power bank for your phone. It's kind of nice, and it displaces some of the Olight lanterns that I use. I'm actually giving these away to some friends because I've loaned them a bunch of stuff. Better flashlights, actually a charging bank, and lanterns. Second thing is this flashlight's 2,000 lumens, runs on a 18650. So if you want to get extra 18650s to keep this thing in the game for a longer time, then you're certainly welcome to do that. Third thing is this little tiny headlamp. It's a little tiny headlamp. It actually works well. I think it's better cap clip style. I'll show you that. And then finally, the solar charger here. I have a bunch of different solar chargers. This one does not feel solid to me, but it works. It does offer, I think this is 10,000 milliamp battery in this thing, and it does charge. Let's take a look at it a little closer. It comes in this bag here, or this case. Little handle on the top, 2 zippers, branded NEBO. For a lot of people, keeps things in order, I guess, if you want something like that, and then you could add, plenty of room to supplement it. So first of all, let's take a look at this lantern. These little pop-up lanterns or inflatable lanterns, they're great. They do work. You go from, sometimes from a more of a point light source to a diffuse light source. This one does have a hanging option as well, and a stand, and you can crack this part open here to charge it and to power your phone if you want. Fairly lightweight and fairly bright too. Its maximum is 1,000 lumens. That's all over the place. There's red as well. But just something like that, actually it's invaluable. We'll go to the flashlight here, pretty basic. What we've got is just a standard NEBO flashlight. I think there are 3 settings on it. And oddly, does that look familiar? That's how you charge the thing. And it comes with this little pouch of extra stuff. Again, branded. So dump this stuff out. And there's the charger. Where have you seen that kind of charging before? I don't know why they did that, but there it is. I've got several different kinds of flashlights, Olight, I think Armitech, that use some sort of a disc thing like this, and none of them are interchangeable. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know why, but anyway, there it is. So overall, simple little light, decent, one on and off button. Again, each piece here, this sells for about $50 on its own. This sells for about $50 on its own. I don't know, I couldn't find the price on just that little 2K light. 2,000 lumens is enough to do some stuff. If you look at the beam spread, though, you know, it's pretty wide. You can see that's my complaint with some of the other NEBOs. Anyway, this is actually really handy. Kind of surprised me. USB-C rechargeable. You know, if you're comparing it to some other small ones like the Petzls or Black Diamonds, things like that. And it has, if you turn it on, fairly bright light. It is not, it's pulsing in my video, at least in my monitor, but it's not pulsing here in real life. If I go through these and click faster, you saw there were 3 different levels, and then this turns to green. Green to me is more signaling. Human eye is really sensitive to green, so you could see that from a distance. And then if I cycle through it again, one more, you go to red, and red, it's not very bright, but it would allow you to retain some of your night vision. So there's that. It does come with a strap if you do want to use it as a headlamp as well. And then finally is this guy here. That is a standard power bank here. You can see it does give me battery indicator. It looks like I'm down one. Playing around. Tiny little carabiner. This is more for like getting a piece of paracord through it or something. You know, hang it on a tiny strap because you really don't have much clearance there. But overall, these things are great as long as they work. You can see I've got 2 USB outs, USB-A outs, and the USB-C for both charging. I don't know if there's output on that. Probably not. And solar powered. I don't know how water resistant something like this is. But overall, I mean, in real life, they can tell you. But, you know, if you tie it to the front of your kayak or something, if you're doing a river trip, it might be a little different. Anyway, so the reason this is interests me is these are the same things that I often give out to friends during power outages. You know, I have plenty of good flashlights, but it's often something like a lantern or a power bank. You know, how do I charge my phone? Well, I do like the solar-powered ones. They do work. It can take a long time to charge something up, but if you get into a cycle and you're not running your phone hard, especially on an extended outage, you can, you know, keep things cycling, which is pretty good. You know, charging this during the day, charge your phone up in the evening. But overall, a little kit like this, to me, I think it's a good idea as long as the price is right. And in this case, for $59, I think it's a great setup. But I would not pay $179 for it. But there were plenty of them. And if you see anything like this, take it a little serious, because you don't have to use it all the time. It doesn't have to be your daily driver, but to have something that you can count on, it's good enough quality to count on it, but you can also loan them out. And they're trying to keep it nice and secure, ready to go. You just have to keep everything charged up. So let me know your thoughts. And with that, Doc out.